Today I'm going to be doing real ear measures and speech mapping. So first we need to come over to ANSI and we're going to calibrate our test box. So we'll go to calibration. We're going to pair the two sides and I'm going to come over here, make sure there's nothing on our coupler mic. And then we're going to line up our microphones, our reference mics on the side of our coupler mic. Like this. We're going to close it. And then we're going to calibrate. Beautiful. Okay, so next we need to calibrate our on-ear ones. So if we look at the VeriFit, we're going to go to on-ear calibration. And I'm going to take the probe tubes and put them in our little guy. And we need to loop the probe tube over so that it is up like this. And then we're going to put them up here. Calibrate. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the other side and we'll leave that probe tip in there. Okay. The other side, our left side. We'll loop our probe tip. Make sure it's right in front of that mic. Put them back up. Beautiful. All right. So, put them back in. So now we are going to also calibrate for RACD. So we're going to come back to our VeriFit, go to RACD. All right. And we're going to come over to the machine. And for this one, we need our coupler. So we're going to attach our coupler on the side. Take this guy, put him in, so he's in like that. And then we're going to come back to our VeriFit. And we're gonna measure our 4cc coupler. Looks good. All right. And perfect. Looks good. So now we've got everything calibrated. Everything is ready to go. So we are going to put everything on our patient.
Okay. And we'll pause it to set the camera up.
Okay, we're going to be taking our real ear measures on Isabella. We're going to sanitize our hands. Too much hand sanitizer. Okay, now we want to make sure before we do anything else that we measure our probes to make sure that they are the perfect length for our patient. And our patient already let us know that hers are 24. So we're going to use this to measure. So we're just going to put this and measure it out. And then we'll measure our other one. Beautiful. All right. So we have our two probes measured. These are going to go onto our mics. Okay. All right. And then we are going to put this to the patient and we are going to put our lanyards over her ears. Okay. All right. We want to make sure the mic is facing the outside. Okay. Okay, perfect. And now before we do anything else, we want to make sure to do otoscopy to make sure everything is all good. What the? Ignore that, Dr. V. Ignore that. Okay. We got. Okay. Keep going. We're gonna do otoscopy. Okay. Make sure I breathe. Take a good look. Oh yeah, very clean ears. Awesome.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Very nice. Beautiful. All right. Now, we're going to gently put the probes in. Gently. So, make sure this guy's all good, secure. Okay, other ear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. The probes are in.
Maybe show it like.
Oh yeah, good idea. Thank you, patient. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll give you another look. Beautiful. Amazing. Okay. All right. So now
You have to show that screen. Okay. You want to click the stuff?
Yeah. So we can check her probe depth.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. So if I go here. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. So. Okay. So we're going to check both probe depths. Beautiful. Now her right side. Beautiful. Perfectly placed. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to attach our inserts to the transducer and we are going to run the test. So put this guy on and make sure it's nice and compressed. And when we put it in, we want to make sure that we aren't moving the probe tip around so it stays in its same spot. Okay. Okay. All right, perfect. So now we are going to run this ear. So we have it on her left ear. So hold that, yes, please. Thank you. So we have it on our left ear. So we're gonna measure real ear. Perfect. That's how we have it on there. And beautiful. So here's her measurements from her left ear. So now we are going to proceed on to her right ear. So we're gonna carefully take this out. We don't need this in anymore, so take the tube out. Okay. And now we will put it in the other ear and measure our RACD for that side. Okay. Okay, beautiful. All right. Now we're gonna run her real ear measures for the right side. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now we have measurements for our left and our right RACDs. And for our next part, we will do this speech mapping. Okay, so we're gonna go through our measurements from our RACD on the computer. So over here, you can see on both of our graphs, we stay pretty consistent with that average line throughout, but then we have a little drop right past 8,000. And here it drops a little bit, but nothing too, not a big drop. And then we have another past 8,000. So that's what we're looking for. That means the probe was properly placed. Everything was set up well. So these are consistent and those are good measures. Okay, so now we're gonna do our speech mapping. So first we're gonna come over to the computer. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna go to our audio scan. Oh, well, I guess we can just go straight here actually. We'll just go to our RACD. This is the one we're using for our practical. You can see here our audiogram is ready to select audio scan open. All right, so we are going to send to Verifit and we're gonna come here for the audio. Ignore all those. Okay, here's our practical audiogram that we need and then our IECD for the practical. Perfect. So now we're gonna send that to our Verifit. So now our Verifit's gonna load. Pending. Beautiful, awesome. Okay, and so over here we know we have our little BTE guy. So we can set this to BTE. We're gonna do dome sleeve, open, and then we're gonna hit audiometry. We have an NLAL2, so we're doing adult insert foam, enter foam tip, non-tonal, perfect. Okay, this is our audiogram we're gonna be using. Okay, and then, awesome. Oh. I must enter at least one point. Here, pause it. Okay, so it didn't transfer over this bone connection correctly, so we're just gonna fix that real quick. So for 250, we should have our bone at 5. For 500, we should have it at 35. And then for 1,000, we want it at 40. And then for 2,000, we also want it at 40. And then we want our 4,000 at 50. Okay, so now our bone is correct. So we can continue. We're doing RACD, perfect. Our values, we can take a look. Oh, did I minimize it? Yep. So we can take a look over here. Our RACD values, 1486, 1175. 1486, 1175. Yep, perfect. I've checked the first 3 numbers. They all look good. So we can hit the check mark. Perfect. So now our Verifit is all set up, ready to go for the speech map. So now we need to connect our hearing aid to the software. So we're gonna come over here. We'll put this guy to the side. We are going to go to Phonak Target. Okay, new fitting session. Okay, we're gonna connect. We're gonna close the battery compartment. Let him connect. Okay, perfect, there he is. We're gonna select right because we have a right-sided audiogram for the right ear. Okay, all right, perfect. Continue. Beautiful, we're gonna unmute him because we want him nice and loud. Okay, so we're gonna close this. We are going to come over here. Oh, is it here? Okay, so we're gonna change this to our NAL, NL2, and then we're gonna go to find tuning. So now we're gonna connect him and get him all set up on the VariFit. So we need our coupler, our little tube, since he's a right-sided one, so he goes on the right side. So we're gonna put him over here. We have our little fork for him to be held on, like that. And so since he's a BTE, he has to go in the tube, so you have to like smash. And he doesn't like going in his tube, so this part is the hardest part. We're just gonna, beautiful, okay, he's in his tube. So now we'll attach him. Make sure he's good and in there. Perfect. Beautiful. Ah, okay. We'll get him all set up. Get him nice and close to the mics. Perfect. So he's all set up in the box. So that is good, ready. So now we are going to run our speech map. We're gonna come over here. We'll just run them all to start. Okay, beautiful. So we have our values. So first, we're gonna focus on just adjusting our average, our middle frequencies, like our middle loudness intensity level. So it looks like we're gonna have to go up. It's pretty spot on, honestly, for most of them, but we're gonna have to go up for our 250 to our 500. And I'd say we go up like, so 56, 62, so we'll go up like 5 or 6 there, and then this one's 58, and then 62, so like 4. So we'll go up like 5 or 4 for each of these, and then they're lined up pretty well. We could maybe take down this one slightly, but it's still on the target. So from 250 to 500, we'll go up like 5. So we're gonna come over, and we are going to do our 250 to 500. We're gonna put that guy up about, we'll do 4 notches. Okay, and then that one was, where is he? Oh, I guess also this guy could go up a little bit. Our 750. We'll put him up like twice. Oh. Did he go up? Okay. Oh, well, we'll run it. Let's see. Oh. I wasn't trying to run him. Apologies. And now we let the middle run. Okay, so, sorry, zoned out for a second. Okay, So it looks like we still need to go up for these ones. So our 250 to 500 probably could still go up a few. So I'm gonna come back over here. We're gonna go up. We'll bring him into the mix a little bit. Yeah. Okay. All right, he doesn't want to move. So we're going to jack him up even more. Back we go. Oh, he's done. Dilemma. He won't go up. Something happened. Let's go again. Oh. I just ran into my cameraman. Okay. Sorry. He does not want to go up. This guy. All right. Okay, let's try our other ones. Let's see what else we have. So our MPO is actually not, I mean, it's pretty high up here, so we're going to try to adjust that later. But we also have our other ones. So I'm going to take our like medium average and also our soft sounds and try to put those up together. And we're going to see what happens. All right. Let's do this. Yeah. We're doing a bunch. I can already tell it wasn't high enough. I can already tell. Yeah. So we need to make him go more. Let's see exactly how much more he needs. So he's at 48 down here, but he needs to be at 56. What a jump. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that changes anything. We went up like 7 or 8 clicks. So hopefully that changes something. We went too high. And that's what happens when you get click happy. So now we have to go back down. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I adjusted the medium and the soft a little bit. So let's see. Okay, he's still too high. Let's see what happens now. We're gonna run all of them to see if any shift is happening with all the different. Okay, so it looks like from 500 to like 1,000, all our things are way too hot now. So we need to take all of these down. So let's do a look. So we're at 64 here. 64. I'm gonna bring all of these frequencies down. So we're gonna do all of them at once. So that's from 500 to 1,000. So we're gonna bring them all down about 4 clicks. And then we also, our 250s, we'll bring our soft up. 250 soft, we're gonna bring him up. 2, 3, and then 58, 61, 3. I'm gonna bring up our medium. 32. Okay, let's run them again. And then we're gonna run our medium. Okay, so it looks like we still need to shift these down. So we're gonna do 500 through 1,000, shift them down more. I'm gonna do 500 to 750. We're gonna do 500 to 750. Sorry, you can. Yeah, okay. And then for 1,000, we're gonna bring our loud down about 3. And we're going to and then we had adjusted our soft. So let's 250. Our soft, we go up. Okay, so we're gonna just do like 2 more adjustments, and then I think we're gonna call it pretty good because most of our targets are lined up pretty well. We need to get these medium average ones though. We need to get those moved down a little bit, but then otherwise all of these are lined up pretty well. So we're gonna adjust these. So the medium we're gonna do down for 500 to 750. We're gonna move down 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just, we're gonna have this guy, the soft 250. I'm just gonna try to go up a couple. And, oh. Okay, so we are gonna try to jack up our green a little bit because it looks like it's gone down. So from So we're gonna do our medium and our soft, and we're gonna bring those up a little bit. So for our soft, we're gonna pull that up, and it's from, we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for our medium, we're also gonna go up, but we're gonna go up about 3. Okay. Okay, our medium. And then, so it looks like our medium isn't wanting to fully adjust. So we kept switching it. We keep trying to meet the targets, but we can't meet it in these lower ones. We're fine and able to meet the targets perfectly in the higher frequencies, but not in the lower frequencies. So I've been trying to adjust that, but it's not adjusting. And also, so we did that. Our MPO, we're gonna try to adjust it a little bit, but we're gonna see if it can be adjusted. We do know down here our compression ratios, those all look good. They're lower numbers, which is a good sign. We want a lower number. All right, so we're gonna take our compression ratio and try to bring him down a little bit. And this will be the last thing that we do. And so we are going to run him. Bless you.
Thank you.
So it looks like it didn't really change much, maybe like a little bit, but we knocked him down a good amount and he didn't change. So I'm gonna say this is pretty good for what we're gonna get. MPO, and it's not crossing the UCLs, so that's good. We're not like crossing that barrier of way too uncomfortable. It's a little lower, but it could be, we could make it lower, but it's just not working with us for this hearing aid. So we met our targets pretty well. And we will save these and add them to our, we'll transfer them to audio scan, and yeah.